I fell washing it. My wrist never healed right.
Let me help you today.
I didn't stop because the patio looked dirty or because the concrete had dark stains spreading across it. I stopped because the woman standing in the doorway looked like she hadn't stepped outside in a long time. She watched me from behind the screen door, one hand gripping the frame, like the ground beyond it was something she didn't trust anymore. Her name was Margaret. She was 76 years old, living alone since her husband passed away. And she told me the patio used to be something she took care of herself every spring. That changed the day she slipped on the wet concrete after trying to rinse it off with a small bucket. She didn't break anything that time, but she laid there long enough to realize how dangerous it had become. Since then, she avoided it completely, even though it was the only path to her mailbox and trash bins. Margaret had worked most of her life as a school cafeteria cook, standing on her feet for hours, lifting trays, saving every dollar she could. Her retirement check covered the basics, but there was never extra money for things like pressure washing, which she called a luxury she couldn't justify. I told her I was already there and asked if she would mind if I cleaned it for her. She hesitated, out of habit more than refusal, saying she didn't want to be a burden. While I was setting up, a neighbor across the street walked over, phone raised, voice sharp, saying this was private property and that the HOA had already warned Margaret about safety issues and possible fines. Margaret's face dropped, not from fear of the fine, but from the embarrassment of being talked about like a problem. I explained calmly that I was helping so no one would get hurt again. The neighbor threatened to call the police, but I kept working, washing years of slick buildup away as water ran down the patio. When it dried, the concrete looked lighter, but more importantly, it looked safe. Margaret stepped forward slowly, testing the surface with her shoe, then took another step without reaching for the wall. She smiled, just a little, and said she never thought staying safe in her own home would become something she needed help with. She thanked me quietly, not for cleaning the patio, but for giving her back the confidence to walk out her own door again. If you were standing on that sidewalk, would you have stopped, or would you have kept walking past someone who was afraid to take a single step?